Okay, so Boom Studios has sent out some press photos and some images of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 112 that will kick off the next chapter in Darkest Hour. Now, issue 112 will be dropping on the 28th of September, 2 days before Cosmic Fury. So it's going to be a busy week if you're a Power Rangers fan when it comes to comics and the TV show. So, we're going to look at these preview images, we're going to talk about it, we're going to dissect it, speculate, and talk about what's going on, but of course, we're going to talk about the covers, because the covers were included in this press release, and I'm sure more covers are definitely on the way. So, here is the main one. This is a really good cover, like we've got Aisha pulling Matt out of the rubble, or out of like the pit, or yeah, rubble of the juice bar. So you can see Aisha pulling him out, and he looks pretty torn here. His suit is ripped up, and there's a lot of stuff floating around. Like, you can sort of see the red, like, sort of like wires, I'm guessing, with everything going on. Yeah, they're wires, okay. Through I couldn't see. So then we've got the zombie cover of Matt as a zombie. Looks really freaking sweet. These zombie covers I freaking love. I love them. They're really freaking great. I love seeing these zombie covers each month and wondering who's going to be on the next one. Because Tommy's on the next one as the White Ranger, and then Billy's on the one after that. So these look freaking fantastic. So these look great. And he's like behind the Dragon Zord, you can see like the ruins of the Dragon Zord. That looks freaking fantastic. Like he just crawled out of the ruins of the Dragon Zord. This looks great. And then we've got the Lord Zed Gonny Montez helmet. This is a weird one, because I thought that Lord Zed's like Ranger form is like an extension of himself, but I guess he can take off the helmet, and then you can sort of see his like burnt up face. But this is a cool one. And then I think there's another Zed cover coming up. This one was recently revealed, of the Zed Ranger. This looks great. Like, you can see Lord Zed in the background. You can see him leaping out. This is a fantastic cover. His hand is out, like he's sort of jumping out of his hand. This is great. Like, this is a great one. So let's look at the preview pages, because there's a lot to go over. So it starts off with Billy. Now, with these preview pages that they've been dropping like a week after the issue comes out, it's hard to figure out when these take place. And it's raining right now, you can probably hear that. It's hard to figure out when these take place, because they don't give a time, like, sort of like, because they're just random preview pages until like we get the sort of preview of the book like a week before it comes out. So this could be anywhere in the comic right now. And it was apparent with like the Lord Zed and Serpentera one that was like edited to sort of not give away any spoilers, because no doubt about it, like issue 112 is going to pick up with all that Dark Spectre stuff going on after he gets his brand new body. So here's Billy. He wakes up, he picks up his glasses, they're cracked, and then on the next page you see him in the frickin' Space Odyssey background with all these lights beaming, and he hears a voice saying, "One of the most important rules of science, Billy. Look, don't touch." And we see Grace Sterling, a sort of projection of Grace Sterling, of her much younger, and with the red, which the red touch of her suit looks really nice, because she used to be a Red Ranger. I do like that attention to detail, but not only that, we see another interpretation of the Morphin Grid, where Grace says, "Interesting, isn't it? Not how I thought the Morphin Grid would look. My working theory is that it manifests into many different ways to many different people." So I'm like I think I said in another video, the Morphin Grid can be whatever it can be, depending on who's looking at it. Because like we saw in Operation Overdrive, where it's sort of like going inside of a computer with Alpha, and this is what it looks like to Billy and Grace as they see it. So it can be whatever it wants to be. And Grace says, "We've got a lot to discuss, and the Morphin Grid is endless, and it's being infected." So the Morphin Grid is being taken over by Dark Spectre, and we'll probably get a glimpse of that in this issue, or in the next couple of issues, with everything going on. So next page, we cut to somewhere, we don't know where, but it's somewhere, and you see the Omega Rangers. They're on a distant planet that looks like it's falling apart with all the lava. So we've got Zack and Trini, they're doing Omega Ranger stuff, they're fighting off all these different putties. Trini says, "Hey, remember I used to be afraid of heights because they're pretty high up." and they're just fighting off all these putties. So they're really fast and they're really strong, so they're struggling to keep up with them. Now there's another cover. I don't know if it's in the next issue or like the one after this one, but there's a cover of like Trini and Zack fighting off all these putties. If I can find it, I'll put it up on the screen. It's a really good cover, and this might reflect on what we see in this issue. But this is the last page, and as Trini and Zack are fighting off all the different putties, they're suddenly saved by a mysterious person. And no idea who it is, because they cut off the, they cut down the putty within an instant, or like the Dark Spectre putty in an instant. We don't know who it is. It could be one of the Draken Rangers, it could be one of the Hyperforce Rangers, it could be someone from Wild Force, it could be anyone, because it looks like that everyone's got separated, and now they're all doing their own thing. So this could be any Ranger that we run into who's coming to Trini and Zack's aid. No idea who it's going to be. It might be one of the Draken Rangers, possibly. It's hard to tell at this point. It'd be interesting if it's Kia, because Trini and Kia did have that final showdown in Necessary Evil, and now they're going to have to work together. So it could be Kia. So it could be her. But yeah, these preview pages are really interesting. Like, you get to see Billy go inside the Morphin Grid, and we get a glimpse of it. And we get to see sort of like a young Grace Sterling, which is something we haven't seen in a while. But I'm guessing because this is the Morphin Grid, and if Grace is alive or dead or trapped inside the Morphin Grid, then she can take any form she wants. And what that form is basically a younger version of herself. So anyway, guys, what do you think of these preview pages? Are you a fan of them? Are you not a fan of them? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And with that said, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day and night, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Bye.